Hello and welcome to, oh, where's everyone? Yes, Town Square. Session 2 of Dreamers of Kyriak, our new D&D campaign. Can anyone tell me what happened last week?
We rescued some
Last
orphans.
week, I say.
I believe we found them in the caves, basically in shock or some other catatonic state. Got them out after we killed a bunch of bug things. Brought them to town, and I forget what happened in town. Someone else cover it from here.
Not much happened in town.
Oh, okay.
No, I think we just kind of went into the tavern and hung out. And somebody left the tavern.
Yeah, I think
Where did we drop the kids off?
at the tavern. You may have stopped by the Alchemist real quick,
Yeah,
I
we
can't
were
remember. You went to the tavern.
Not yet.
And okay, and the innkeeper, I was about to say beekeeper. I don't know why. The innkeeper Roy was like, oh yes, we'll take care of children because parents gave me lots of business. And so you drop the kids off, and Rath's like, so you guys all want to come over to my place? And so you all agreed to head up to the orphanage. Yeah.
Sounds believable.
So I'm gonna pull everybody into the orphanage.
I
we
opened
were
my.
going to we were going to sleep through the night first at the tavern.
Oh, were you? I thought you said you were gonna sleep at
That
the
I
orphanage.
remember.
All right, we'll go back to the town then.
No, it's fine. I might be wrong. I just had a lot of
I can't
reasons.
remember. Does anybody else remember?
I do not.
I had written a journal
We
entry.
were still
and
at the
it's not
tavern.
All right, activate the tavern again. You all leave and then come right back. Roy is confused. He says,
Now the big question is, had we already paid?
I don't believe you paid. He said there'd be no charge for the kids, that he would just take care of them in the short term.
Okay.
There aren't any, like, beds at the tavern. He did say there was a, like a common house, which is what the old orphanage used to be. And you can pay him and he'll just give you a key and you can go sleep in there if you feel like it. And that'll just be, he just looks at you all briefly and he says, 2 silver. All this is needed. 2 silver for all of you.
Alright, I don't mind paying it. I give him, well, I hand him 1 gold.
He'll give you change.
Alright.
He seems
140 minus 2.
he seems really annoyed that you handed him an entire gold, but you know.
I'm sorry, it's all I have on me right now.
This is okay. Can I get you anything?
Wait.
Yes?
Antonin, if you could trade him gold for silver, then just trade in some gold for some silver and then pay him in silver, and then he'll be happier.
I don't think that was the issue here.
Oh, I see.
What are you always this slow?
Although, things in a different direction than most people.
I think outside the box.
Yes.
There is no box for me.
Yes, you do.
I see no box anywhere.
That is because I keep it
Boxes are
behind the bar.
oppressive social structure.
Can I get you anything, or are you going to go to sleep? Have you already been drinking tonight?
I look back at my table. I think, yes, we've had some drinks, had some food.
All right. So you don't need me to get you anything.
So I think that is right. I think we can probably just go to bed.
Lovely. Yes. If you leave, if you go around, well, yes, Wrath knows where it is. Wrath, you know where it is.
I know where it is.
It's the little building to the west that has benches outside it in an effort to make it look inviting.
looks very inviting.
The natural question, of course, then is, does it look inviting?
I don't know what you would think looks inviting. It looks about the same as the other buildings around here, except it's got some benches in front. He pointedly looks at his wrist where there's no watch because they haven't been invented yet.
He's ahead of his time.
Looks like your time spell has run out. I
Apparently
don't see
so.
anything on your wrist.
It has been a very long day. I am out of spell slots.
I see. Well, I think Wrath is leaving right now, so I'm going to follow him. You have a nice night.
You too.
We just walk through the hedges. Let's go, right?
It's really par
I
for the
always
course
try
around here.
to action roll through hedges if I can.
So, Lair, are you going to follow them or are you staying behind?
I guess I will follow them wherever it is they wandered here.
All right.
Well, we're not waiting, so.
Yeah, but moving things around on this map on the laptop is
That's
always
fit two
fun.
people.
Yes.
God.
Yeah, they,
If your laptop has arrow keys, you can use those.
Yeah, they don't help me very
Really?
much,
oh
unfortunately.
dear.
It's trying to move the map around that
Yep.
causes me grief.
Ah.
So, yeah, the key was given to Antonin.
There we go.
Antonin unlocks the door, which is a little rusty. No one's been in here for quite a long time. There's a thin layer of dust over everything. There are 3 beds that were made quite a long time ago, a dead fireplace, a table, and some chairs. Nothing special.
I have prestidigitation. I'll clean the place up.
Lovely. This was the single building that used to be the orphanage, back when there was only, like, an orphan. This building was gifted by Wrath to the town after they generously built him an entire orphanage.
That doesn't sound like him.
Yeah, he realized that he had to pay taxes on it because it ceased to be a public work and was his property, so he generously gave it.
I'm such a great guy.
He generously shunted the responsibility onto someone else.
Yes.
Why doesn't
What?
how do you do the thing where you don't have to be in a square?
Hold down shift.
I knew it was some key.
This?
There we go.
Well, there are 4 of you.
That's much more
There's 3
comfortable.
beds.
That ain't my problem.
Get over here, Red.
I will sleep standing up in the corner because I always sleep with my third eye open.
You do that, you freaking weirdo.
Where the hell is the door to this building?
It's over here. Sorry.
We came in through the window.
Somebody open the door and let the idiot in.
Did I forget to make the doors?
I don't know.
Did I forget to make the windows into proper windows?
I have no idea where I'm going.
I'm pretty sure Goris went. I'm pretty sure Goris went through the window, but that's like par for the course. So
I have such trouble navigating with this damn thing. Alrighty.
If in the future you just want to tell
20
me where you want
minutes
to go, I
later.
can move you.
It's much easier.
Well, yeah, here you are. Do you all just long rest in here then?
Snoring.
Yep.
All right. Let me find the calendar. Move the day forward to the 7th. If I can get it working.
so we do get a long rest then?
Yes, you all get a long rest.
Yay.
Collier's hours.
I have magic again.
Me too. And I have hit dice.
Why is this not working?
That too.
There we go. Current time. Can I shift the time? Right, it is 5 a.m. on April 7th. You all wake up, and the sun is rising at this point. Goras, were you able to get a long rest standing up in the corner?
I am well trained in the art of keeping my third eye open while I sleep, which
All
requires
right.
it to be elevated over the rest of my body.
What
I
does
think
this look like?
At first, he would have had trouble with it, but it's been so many years of him doing this that he's used to it at this point.
You hear the sound of the mountain bees outside. They like to act up in the mornings. Don't go out the window, Wrath. You're not an orphan.
Do you all
Door.
hear the music this morning?
Do I hear the music?
You do not hear the music.
Yeah, sure we do.
Someone
I think
else
it's
can
perhaps
hear
too
the
quiet for
music?
us.
I'm gonna sit on the bench and complain about people walking by.
You see nobody walking by.
Complain about the lack of people walking by.
You complain to the bees.
Hello,
Do we
bees.
need to get you a curmudgeon stick?
Please do.
Do you like bees?
Like jazz?
Nobody likes bees.
Aw. Sad bee noises. Well, you get outside and you all notice the same thing, that there are no people walking around. You hear utter silence. The frosty morning air tingles the tips of your noses. Unless you're wearing a scarf.
I pull my scarf up over my nose.
Does it tickle my nose? I'm so cold anyway.
It does.
Dang.
It's
Frosty.
the sandpaper-like dryness of the air that does it.
Favorite texture. The perfect level of moisture.
I don't remember what we were supposed to do in the morning. I had a
We were
journal
going to go
entry.
Check out the orphanage.
We were supposed to do something.
I mean, you guys were coming to have a party in the town. Wrath, you were off to gather the orphans and take them back to your orphanage. You just happened upon these people.
So, where did the orphans? Where did they go for the night?
He just said he was going to take care of them.
That sounds ominous.
I think he specified he was going to give them food and shelter, but you could believe take care of if that is what you would prefer to believe.
Well, I need food.
Did we eat last night?
Well, you all took a long rest. Did you all eat a ration while you took a long rest?
I will consume a ration.
I'm about to.
Unless we have a better source of food here in town.
There is an inn.
I bet there's got to be some cozy breakfast joint.
There is unfortunately not. There is an inn.
Goris is halfway through
Oh.
opening up a ration before he is interrupted by a better idea.
Yeah.
The bed and or breakfast is what this thing is.
Have you moved since last night?
He seems to be in the exact same place. He looks considerably less tired though. Says, "Oh, hello, you are back. I did not realize you were
We are
going to
back.
be
We were hoping.
staying in town for longer than the night."
Oh, just the brief. We are looking for breakfast. Thought maybe we could give you a little bit more patronage before we go out.
All right then. He makes up plates of bread, onions, and cheese, and mugs of very, very thin coffee.
What the hell are bread onions?
It's bread and onions, you see.
Oh,
Onions, bread, and cheese.
okay.
He'll charge you 1 copper
What will
each
it be?
for it.
2 more silver? 1 copper. Okay, well, I will just give you the silver and please just keep the change. I don't think you either
As
of
you
us want
say.
to worry about.
He makes a second cup of coffee and divvies it up between the watered down glasses he's handing to each of you.
guy's stingy as anything.
He puts a single olive on top of one of the plates. Enjoy.
I kill him.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any sugar for this coffee?
That will be a little more expensive. That will be an additional copper. He takes out a little bone china cup from underneath the bar that's full of sugar cubes, and he places one sugar cube down on the bar. 1 silver, 1 sugar. Sorry, I misspoke. I'm very hungover. 1 copper, 1 sugar.
Understandable, yes. Of course. It's a mistake I make all the time. These coins are all so similar. Reach in my pouch, looking for silver, finding only gold pieces. You wouldn't happen to want to make change again, would you?
He breathes in deeply and lets out a tremendous sigh. Then he pulls out an earthenware jar full of pennies. He's straining at it as he rises it up to the level of the counter and sets it down. And he counts out 9 copper pieces and stacks them up on the bar.
Well, see, the problem is I have a gold piece, and I intend to pay you a silver piece.
I see, he says. Then he begins counting more. He counts out 99 copper pieces.
Ah, yes, that'll do. Wait. I lost count after 13. Could you go slower?
You could simply trust me.
Goris, I've already paid for everybody.
Well, yes, he said it was additional for the sugar, though.
Oh. Well, I paid far over the odds. Are you sure we can't just work out the sugar in the tab?
He gives an even bigger sigh. He returns all of the copper to the jug and very carefully lifts it down back to the floor. And then he takes 2 more sugar
Goris, I
cubes and puts them
understand
next
if
to the
you want
first
more
one.
coins,
Please take your sugar.
you're free to ask him for change.
In fact, all of you can.
Is that-
All
was
of
the-
you a sugar. Here's 4 sugars. Please just eat. Is there
Oh, thank
anything I can do for you now?
Thank you very much, sir.
Before I get to business.
That's all I needed. Thank you. This coffee is way too bitter without the sugar. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Solaire's going to look around the empty place and wonder what business he needs to take care of.
He keeps looking toward the door. He seems anxious. He looks at his wrist
Come
again.
through that door?
There's a detailed tattoo of a watch face on his wrist now. When I say watch face, I mean clock face. Clocks exist, but watches don't. It's canon.
Goris eats very fast. Inhales it all.
There wasn't much food there. It doesn't take long. It tastes good, though. It was all relatively fresh. And Roy says, I need to tend to things. You will not do anything to my belongings when I step out for a second, yes?
Of course not, sir.
Of course. No.
The great Goris Petra would never do such a thing.
He looks at Wrath
No.
for a long time.
I will
Wrath?
watch these other 3 with my third eye.
Wrath, you will swear to me you will not take any of my things, yes?
What the hell do I want with your things?
I do not know, but they keep going missing when I leave you alone with them. So,
Ridiculous.
in fact, it troubles me that I do not know what you want with them. I'm beginning to think you take things just for the thrill of it. He takes a platter, puts 2 portions of food on it, and then vaults over the bar. He squeezes between the 2 of you and goes into the back room.
As he does this, I shoot a look at Solaire and I say, "Hey, you're one of the sneaky ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're rubbing this guy off a little bit."
I'm sorry, what do you want me to do?
Well, I'm just saying you have a golden opportunity here if you wanted.
A golden opportunity to do what?
Well, to get gold.
I'm
hell
not
is this?
following.
What is this peasant going to have that I want?
He's a business owner.
Wait, he specifically requested we don't take any of his things.
Wrath, what
Grab
are
a
you
look.
doing?
Grabbing a loaf of bread.
You take a loaf of bread.
I mage hand the loaf
At
out
At
of
full volume,
Rath's
I
hand.
think. Wrath, did you pay for that bread?
I whack him upside the head and take the bread back. Damn it, boy.
I can I try to take the bread with mage hand?
You can. Can you please give me an opposed strength roll, Wrath, versus an athletics? You know, both opposed athletics, but use your casting modifier, please, Goris, instead of your actual strength modifier.
Nope.
Wrath rips it away.
Well, I believe I've done everything I can.
Don't get uppity with me, boy.
Well, he specifically requested.
What is Wrath doing?
I didn't
What's
do
he
anything.
not doing?
my
What do
bread.
you think Wrath is doing?
I
No,
tried to stop him.
Bread,
Yes,
I'm
it
eating
is.
it.
He looks at the counter. He looks unsure. He can't seem to remember if he gave you that bread or not. He looks at the plates, some of
You
which still have some
definitely
food.
didn't.
Bread's half gone.
Please get your business done and leave.
I gave him another silver.
I don't want your money. I just want peace and quiet. I have a lot of farmers who will be coming in here soon.
I know.
Any moment now, and I need to be available to take care of them. You are distracting me.
All right. Well, we will get out of your hair. Thank you for the breakfast. Thank you for your deep understanding. We will be going.
At Wrath, there are
Side
usually
note,
quite
can
a lot.
anybody cast lock on the door behind us?
There are usually quite a lot of people here in the morning. There are usually quite a lot of people walking outside at this time of day.
Yet there's no one.
Is this where I usually get together with like a group of old cronies in the morning and have coffee and bitch about people?
More or less, they put up with you. You don't really have friends here.
It's terrible. Who doesn't love Wrath?
I could give you the population of the town.
It does.
The tax collector is fond of you for some reason. I don't know why.
Do you commiserate in your oldness and stinginess?
Yes. Have you never like been to a McDonald's first thing in the morning? It's just a bunch of old people complaining.
And then they moved to Dunkin' Donuts for the rest of the day. Okay, well, we've been to McDonald's. Where the hell's Dunkin' Donuts now?
To the orphanage! Wait.
Duncan Orphans. Wait. Probably not that.
Duncan's run on orphans. Orphans run on Duncan. There we go.
We're just Duncan Orphans.
Just Duncan orphans.
My character's
Duncan may have run on orphan.
That's
Duncan probably ate a few orphans in his day.
came very
Who's
close
Duncan?
on Saturday. The question is not who done can, but who done can't.
Dunk what?
Don't worry about it. Are,
No one asks how Duncan.
are you guys going to the orphanage, or are you going to do something else?
I think we're going to the orphanage.
May as well go to the orphanage. I don't think we have anything else to do here in town. Seems quiet.
All right.
Too quiet. Oh,
I
God,
don't
we're
know what
huge.
you're talking about. It's very loud right now. The music is overpowering.
The day slowly transitions from night to day because I forgot to change it back while you guys were at the day. It's a short walk through the woods, only about 20 minutes. They wanted to keep Wrath and the orphans considerably distant from the rest of town, understandably.
That's fair.
And, well, you get to the tremendously larger building that the orphanage is compared to, like, anything else in town. Wrath, why is this building so much bigger? What convinced the townspeople to make it so much bigger than anything anyone else lived in?
Did they build it here? Or did they just give it?
They built it from the ground up for you.
Maybe they just really wanted me and the orphans far away.
They wanted to give you every reason to not covet any other building aside from this. Well, there's a little kitchenette in the corner. There's the dining table, which has, of course, Wrath's seat, and the benches for the orphans. There's a stairway up to the second floor. There is a door to the east that leads to Wrath's personal bedroom. To the south is the recreation room. This little storeroom here is just that, a storeroom. Any of the doors that have these big, thick, well, doors on them, Wrath, you have the keys to lock these. Which is, I suppose, every door that isn't the front door on this floor. The front door is considerably flimsier than the doors leading to the other rooms.
Oh, first of all, what the hell are you doing in my chair?
And for the record, this is the orphanage that you all grew up in. The other orphanage was well before your time.
Also, there's something wrong with my sight.
With your sight.
That's because you're getting old.
It's probably because
Very natural.
there's not much light in here.
Well,
'Cause there's, like, no windows.
okay, because if I can see, I don't know, an oddly shaped.
Yeah, the stove is glowing. Yes. Whenever you're not here, you're pretty certain, Wrath, the village sends, like, cleaning ladies to come in and take care of things for you, because it always seems like the fires are roaring and everything's clean when you come back from the village.
I didn't arrange this.
You did not arrange this, no. You just assume that it's part of the townsfolk taking care of you thing that just happens.
Well, I am very entitled.
They always leave food supplies on this table. You have a lot of salted herring and onions and flour.
So I can see this area.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like this.
Yeah, there's like no light in here and you're a human.
All right, I just want to, because like I could. There's a spot lit up where I walked through the dark, and that's
Yep.
okay. Just making sure there wasn't something weird. Because you're pointing things out as if I could see them, and I couldn't.
Everyone else can, you just can't.
Oh, perfect.
It made their survival considerably easier.
But is there
Weird.
like a lamp I can light or something?
There is not, because you took it with you and it got lost.
That wasn't good planning.
It's weird. I remembered this place so much bigger.
I remember you so much smaller. What the hell's your point?
I remembered you so much bigger, come to think of it.
Boy, I can still kick your ass. Shut up.
It might not be so much the case.
He recoils, like goes into a defensive stance.
First you're ripping food out of the hands of orphans, and now you're threatening them with bodily harm.
Wrath is a terrible person.
Just like old times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a reason we all left.
How you raise them up right? You gotta teach them
You
respect.
gotta bring them up by hand.
I left in pursuit of the music.
Did he hear music when he was growing
Oh,
up?
he was talking about it. At first remembrance, of course you remember that. You're like, oh yeah, of course, he was always talking about that. If you thought about it a little harder, maybe you'd feel like there were times when he wasn't talking about it, but you can't remember the exact timeline.
Did any of y'all have a lantern? Or a lamp? Or something?
I'm sorry, I don't need one.
I don't know. Let me check.
I have
I
lots
don't
of
know
oil.
what the hell.
Freaking back talk. Give you the
Go
back
ahead,
of my
there's a
hand.
fire in the middle of the room for you if you want.
Gurz pulls on one of the straps around his shoulder, and the bandolier of oil flasks reveals itself again. I have lots of oil we could use, but I don't know how useful that is.
It's not.
I will give you the hooded lantern that I have for you, so you can see.
At least one of you's useful.
This
So-
oil is very useful for burning things down. Do you want to burn this place down?
Not today.
We could right now. Okay.
I'll burn this place down right now.
Not today.
Today? Chorus, you want to do
Tomorrow.
this?
Tomorrow, perhaps.
I feel a strange urge to. I don't know why. I can't remember much about this place, but
It's just a strong urge to burn it down.
Tough place. Yeah.
It's just
an instinct.
gives me weird vibes. I feel like there are things I'm repressing.
I'll make the fire.
You hear something thump in the recreation room, Wrath.
Somebody put on a damn light.
You need oil for
Again.
that lantern.
How high are the ceilings? in
Yes.
here?
Ceilings in here are
Yes,
about,
he needs oil for the lamp.
about 12 feet high.
Yeah, I'll make a bonfire sort of floating in the middle of the room.
Okay.
Don't start a fire in the goddamn room.
Well, it won't burn anything.
Too much.
What are the stats
Yeah.
on the fire?
Just a 5x5 cube of fire
much
in the
light
middle
does
of
it
the
make?
air. I don't know. Bonfire amount.
Okay.
It doesn't actually specify that it
Say.
makes light.
That is very fair. It probably doesn't by the magical laws of D&D. I'm gonna make it make light anyway.
Thank you, DM.
Yeah, knowing these things, it would specify, wouldn't it?
There you go.
Wrath,
Right.
if we just lit you on fire, then you would constantly have light.
That's
You're a goddamn
It's
genius.
also a vision problem for the
I
rest
knew
of
it all along.
Well, now everybody knows it. Where did I hear the noise from?
From, yeah, the door where you're standing, somewhere behind it. Now, this was an addition that was made after they left because the orphans were complaining about being afraid to play outside. So you commissioned a room for them to play in.
Orphans are pansies these days.
Somebody was brave enough to complain to Wrath.
Well, the orphans are not here now. We'll just say that.
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
That's how I remember it being.
There is no light in this room, Wrath.
Oh my god, I'm gonna light a damn torch.
Lighting a torch in your own home.
Well, it's the only light I have.
All right.
I left
It's to
fire
go with the
left.
bonfire.
You see the table with
Yeah, they're chasing
the
it up.
the log that you put there for the orphans to learn woodworking that they never did anything with because they were lazy. You see the windows which the townsfolk insisted on putting in because they said orphans needed fresh air. And all
Why are the windows
skulls.
not letting in light?
That is a good question. They should be letting in light.
Probably boarded up.
I mean, you can see out of them. I just think that there's probably just no outside light source, like a global illumination.
Yeah, you need like a light source outside.
Like the sun.
Yeah.
Like the sun.
Yeah, the
Here it comes.
simulation is breaking down, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
That's something I have not found a good solution for yet.
You
Global
Yeah.
illumination.
I guess
Make
I
every
could
pixel a light source.
I could just throw lots of light sources around the outside of the map shining inward.
You think out of all the things that Foundry can do, that would be one of them.
Well, that's like saying of all the things that Python can do, this thing that I haven't figured out how to do yet should be one of them.
And of course the orphans have
probably is.
their water fountain in the corner here. Which is also mandated because sometimes you needed to just leave them in here for a while you did errands, and hydration is important.
Sometimes you just need, a room for your orphans. You won't get into any trouble. And won't eat your food.
You don't see anything that might have made the sound in here.
Just assume I'm going senile.
The two of you just followed Wrath in here and he started walking back and forth up and down the length of the room.
Did y'all hear anything?
I always hear
what?
things.
Not you.
Haven't noticed anything, but I can come into this room. Is there anything wrong with this room?
Okay, everybody shut up.
I
Can you
leave.
give me a
Shut up.
perception roll, please?
Damn, I'm perceptive.
You see an eye open up on the side of the log. It quickly shuts itself again.
Jesus Christ. That wasn't there when I brought that in here.
been in here for like 3 years. It hasn't moved.
You go check that out.
Why?
Because I told you to. Go check it out. Goddamn.
I'm not one of your little orphans anymore. You go check it out.
You literally are, boy. Don't backtalk me.
What are you gonna do about it now, old man?
Whack him upside the head.
Make me an attack roll, please.
Bunk.
You will hit. Is your AC 14 Solaire? I can't remember if we've gotten them to work yet.
I
don't think it was any much higher than that.
Okay.
So
All right, you.
I don't remember.
You deal, what is it, 1 plus strength modifier damage.
That's the one.
So 1 damage to Solaire. 1 bludgeoning. You didn't say non-lethal. Please be careful to say non-lethal when attacking weapons.
it's very important.
At least you didn't use a whip.
Boy, go look at that thing. Tell me if you see anything.
You want me to go look at a log laying on a table?
Go look at the log laying on the table. Or you're going to be laying on the table.
In your dreams, old man.
I swear. Boy. Trying my patience.
So I'm going to go over here to look at the log on the table, because otherwise I'm going to haul off and smack the old guy.
Can you please give me an
And he is old, and I'd
He is
rather
very
not
old.
smack him.
He would probably die.
Let's see. Dog, get off of me.
Right,
Weird.
right. You see a twitch of eye movement, and so you just kind of stand back out of what you assume is a reasonable reach distance, and you stare at that one spot. The eye eventually opens up, and it catches you staring at it.
You see it, don't you?
The eye on the log, yeah.
That's not supposed to be there.
You see a ripple of what looks like the outlines of fingers kind of shifting where the roots of what looks like the torn up log are hanging off the edge of the table.
I'm going to take a little step back away from the log here. Back over by the old guy so I can throw the old guy to the log if necessary.
It jumps up, and it
The
begins.
log does?
Yes, and it begins scurrying on lots of little legs toward one of the windows.
Goras, you've got to see this.
Got to see what now?
You see a log running away on little millipede feet toward a window.
Do I have time to react?
Yeah, it's propping itself up, trying to get to the window at the moment.
So it's not like super fast.
Well, the
Not
windows
there,
are
not there.
closed.
The windows. I mean, yeah, the windows are closed.
I attempt to Maximilian's earthen grasp it.
All right. Do I need to do a dex save for that?
It is a strength save.
All right. It gets a 0.
All right. As it reaches to the window, tendrils of earth reach through the window and lock it down at the window. And it takes 11 bludgeoning damage. And is restrained.
You hear a snap and crunch of bark and bones.
Bark and bones.
Bark and bones. It begins squealing exactly like a pig.
I've got it locked down for now, but we should be quick. I can't hold this forever. We should take a look. It shouldn't be too much harm to get close now.
Oh, go get close to it then.
What the hell are you raising at the orphanage now, old guy?
I have no idea what that is. That's been sitting there literally for years. It's a freaking log.
Is there something particularly unsettling about this log?
It tries to break free. Does it need to
Logs
make
aren't
another
supposed
strength?
to do that.
Sorry, what was that?
Does it need to make another strength save to get out?
every round it can make a strength check to attempt
Okay.
to break free.
It
It
rips
breaks free?
itself free, bleeding
Only held
all
it for
over the
6
floor.
seconds.
So you leave the children, loose to play with this thing.
You see any children around here?
It's getting away again. We should.
It rears back and smashes the window. It doesn't get out yet. Wrath is escaping. Don't let him get out.
Head it off.
It's not out yet.
Head.
So you're gonna break through a different window and get out?
Opened the window and I climbed out.
Okay, so you got out. All right. What will the rest of you do?
Well, I guess I'm going to walk over to the window and
I
stick
guess I'll go
my.
after Wrath.
I'm going to stick my head out the window to see where the hell these, the damn fool went.
I mean, yeah.
Follow me. Stop the damn thing.
Goris awkwardly waits behind Solaire for a second, expecting him to go through the window, and then goes through the other window.
All right.
Or
the thing-
looks
yeah,
at the
let
window
me-
and sees it's broken glass and decides against it and goes to this window.
This is the one where the thing's trying to get out. It's not out yet.
Oh, it's not out
not
yet. Okay.
No.
Oh.
It's desperately trying to haul its lunking form up through the window that is a good ways up. Somehow Wrath wiggled his way out, but it seems like he's practiced getting out these particular windows.
Well, I mean, I have legs, so it's a slight advantage.
It has a
I
lot more
try
legs than
to-
you do. They're just a lot shorter.
I try to grab it.
All right, can you
As he's
please
doing
make me an attack
frosting
roll?
it.
Okay. Ray of Frosting while he's trying to grapple it.
Just a strength base, just
Yeah,
grab.
yeah, you'll hit it.
Bam.
Oh, sorry, that
Oh,
was the Ray
that
of
was him.
Frost.
Yep.
You do not get it. It becomes slippery with ice.
Swing and a miss.
And that's when Wrath remembered he has light.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And
How much damage did that Ray of Frost do? Why is there no
oh,
light
it
in my
hit.
home?
I saw
Oh
the-
yeah.
even though you said it did. 10 damage.
It freezes solid. It dies.
Problem solved.
You can get it now, Goris.
So, Wrath, what is this and why was it in the orphanage?
I was going to ask you that
He was
Why would you
probably
ask
too
me
ch-
that?
because I don't want to get that close to it.
Well, if it's like the old days, he wouldn't give the kids any toys, and they just brought in whatever the hell they could find outside.
That's a ridiculous assumption.
Is it?
Entirely.
I mean, I brought
Who
in
would
the
do such a
music.
thing?
This is true.
I brought in all the stuff that I do.
You do things?
Do you not see?
Where are the children, by the way?
Well, right now I'm surrounded by 3 of them.
I mean, this doesn't look like a child to me. It looks like a log.
It is a log.
You're
Oh, okay. So I'm not crazy then. Good. Okay. Good. Thank
Well,
you.
that's, you know.
Yes, of course I know. I am Goris Petro.
Just somebody tell me why that thing was just looking at me.
Probably because it hates you, like every other living being.
Look,
Maybe, I can hear the music because of my third eye, but logs don't normally have eyes, so if this one had a first eye, then maybe it could hear the music too.
how in the hell do you hear with an eye?
Well, it's a shame we didn't ask it before we killed it.
That didn't seem like it was really a
Does the-
part of the question.
The third ear sounds weird.
Is the third ear the inner ear? This thing, it's kind of hard to dissect when it's frozen solid. But it seems to have a whole bunch of hairy flesh in an elongated body with a lot of little millipede-like legs underneath. One bulbous eye that is now frozen open. and lots of bark just kind of on the surface of it, or some skin growth that has the appearance and texture of bark.
So it doesn't wholly look like a log.
Well, it doesn't now, no. After it's been beaten, crushed, and frozen a bunch, no.
What the hell do we do with this?
Why do you have this at your house?
I have no idea. Get it out of my house.
Okay.
I'm not.
I pick it up and throw it through the window.
You open
very
the window
heavy.
first.
It's broken. You can just shove it out. With quite a lot of effort, you're able to haul it up over your shoulder and shove it out the window. It makes a thump sound.
Are you happy now?
There's now just a bunch of frozen blood on the ground.
We call it blood ice in the biz. Oh, so now he'll go near it.
Is there anything else we need to know about, that you've added since we left, Wrath?
It was just a log. Come out here and tell me what it is.
I'm not going near that thing.
It's dead now.
Are you sure?
Poke it with a stick.
It doesn't move.
The irony is not lost on me.
Hmm.
No, it's dead.
Yeah. I can't go through the window. I have to open it first.
Yes. I was polite and closed it behind me.
Y'all jump out the window just like old times.
I remember these windows being bigger too. A little harder to squeeze through.
Bigger and harder to squeeze
Yes,
through.
so what has happened is you have grown.
It happens to
Doris just looks confused, kind of tilts his head a little bit. Blinks a lot.
To be your height.
Ah,
You may not remember that because you were not your height at the time.
Boy, get out of here. What are you doing?
Come on. Y'all want to look at a dead stick? Go right ahead.
The door is locked, Solir. You can't get out of this room.
It's locked. Apparently I'm stuck in the room. Well, then I'm going to try and figure out how to unlock the door.
Just go out the window like everyone else.
Thing was,
What's that?
can I try to figure out what this thing was?
Yeah, you can give me an Arcana roll if you're proficient in it.
I'm not.
Then you can.
Neither am I.
Then you can, if you're not proficient in Arcana, you can give me a nature roll, but it'll be a much higher difficulty.
Sure. It's the same modifier.
You
I
have
think
no
I probably
idea what
nailed
this
that
is.
one.
You've heard of mimics. You suppose this might just be a subspecies of mimics.
Wow.
Since it's a
You
thing,
think
trying
it
to
might be
pretend
a
it's another
mimic?
thing.
True, true.
Solir, this is the lock is a fairly simple skeleton key lock. If you have supplies on you, you could get it open in no time.
No, that should not be a problem then.
Can Goras inspect it?
Do you
Can I-
ask Goras in the third person if Goras can inspect it?
of course Goras can inspect it.
He speaks of himself in the third person, so it makes sense.
You get the lock open, Solir.
Okay. I'm going to walk around and check the other room to make sure there isn't anything else that has eyes that shouldn't have eyes.
All right. Can you give me perception, please?
Sure.
Does that lock just automatically lock when people go inside to keep the orphans from escaping, or
No,
does that
you
not supposed
have to
happen?
manually lock it. I don't believe you did this time. Solir, you see movement in the kitchenette, and you see there are some herrings in a pot that are standing up on their tails and looking at you.
Must have been a hell of a breakfast over at that tavern. I'm going to yell for Wrath. Tell him to get back in here.
Oh my god, boy.
Well, they're running away. I attempt to form a telepathic connection with it.
Dead stick.
Yes, I'm just reaching
Alright.
out.
There is no intact brain to make a telepathic link with.
All right. Well, then I'm convinced it's dead, and I rejoin the others. Did they
Okay.
go in through the window or around the outside?
They went through the window, I think.
No, we went all different ways.
Whichever way.
Goresh just assumes the window was involved.
There's just people
Ra-
pouring in from all the openings in the room.
Wrath, who the hell is doing the cooking over there?
Wrath, you also see several herrings standing up on their tails in the pot and looking at you. Their
What the
little
hell?
mouths opening and shutting silently.
Okay, that doesn't normally happen.
What have you turned this place into, old man?
Fish, sit the hell down. You're dead.
Would you like to force them to sit down?
Fish think they can just get up and run the place. Fish, you're worse than the damn orphans. I smack him upside the head.
The fish falls over and plops into the water.
Across the room.
Boiling water splashes. Can you
Oh.
please make me a
Hold on.
dexterity saving throw? You take 1 fire damage as you're splashed by boiling water.
Hold on. Give me a moment to open my fifth eye.
You have 2
How many
minutes,
eyes
boy.
you got?
The other fish also sit down.
I cast Detect Magic.
There's magic all around you.
Oh boy.
It's as though you're surrounded by tens of thousands of writhing snakes and worms.
There's music everywhere. It's this whole place. There's magic.
The onion glows especially
Uncomfortable.
brightly.
Uncomfortable magic in that onion.
The onion.
The onion.
More than the fish.
There's
More than the fish.
there's no magic coming from the fish.
The fish are completely safe.
Pick up the onion. This onion.
The onion
onion.
inverts itself and sinks its teeth into your hand.
God. I try to throw it across the room.
It fails to hit you, and you throw it across the room. It splats. It looks just like a regular onion.
What else looks magic-y? Or is it just everything?
Everything. The doors especially look magic-y. Rat's chair does.
Stay away from the doors, the chairs.
There's something like a fog kind of rolling down the stairs.
Something's coming from upstairs. I can hear music from up there.
Okay, I'm going to draw both swords
Be careful.
and start going up the stairs.
All right.
I've already
And
rushed up the stairs.
If you click on the stairs marker, it should teleport you.
Go ahead. Do that.
I don't see anything yet.
The fireplace up here is burning.
Oops.
It's full of logs, as though someone started it within like the last hour.
Be careful, it's fire magic.
In this orphanage, the boys' bedroom was at the top and the girls' bedroom was at the bottom. There are I don't think have been any girl orphans here for many years.
Let's
You-
see the girl orphan.
I think all of you just lived in this room essentially most of your lives. The windows here are barred shut, so you can't get out that way. And there are the chest and the drawers full of orphan clothes down here. I don't know what Wrath has been keeping in him recently, though.
I mean, probably prepared for orphans.
Potentially. The fog was coming from the boys' room.
Do we all see it on the?
No,
Yeah.
only the one casting Detect Magic. Any of the rest of you who would cast Detect Magic would see the same thing. The fog roils out from underneath this bed here.
Watch out for that bed there. There's something underneath it.
Can you give me a history roll, please, Goras?
Yo.
That was your bed once upon a time.
Oh,
Did you need to roll to know that?
Yeah, it's Goras. Seriously.
I get the strange urge to burn down my old bed.
With orphans and fire.
Do you want
How can you go wrong with orphans and fire?
Just stop trying to set shit on fire. Maybe they won't make you live 20 minutes from town.
Should I douse it with oil? I pull out a flask.
Oh, God.
I crackle some fire in my hand. I'm ready.
No, stop.
Solir, can you please give me perception?
Doing the Team Rocket thing.
Stand
Yeah,
away
give me a
from each
second.
other.
This
There
is
are-
why Goras and I got along.
So you notice this because the downstairs was completely pristine, as though someone had polished every bit of furniture and swept every corner every day. There are quite a lot of spider webs and cobwebs in the corners of this room. Every corner on the ceiling.
Wrath, how long has it been since you've had people living in here?
How long has it been?
A few years, I think.
You know, it's been a while.
You have had people over though. You've told people that this was the inn and you charged them money to stay here. So like people have been here more recently than that.
I just don't make orphans like they used to. We need another
You mean
plague.
parents are responsible these days?
No, they just don't die as much.
Well,
It's
the
very
problem is
sad.
the orphans tend to die alongside the parents.
Is there more snaky magic in this area, or is it mostly the
Um,
fog?
There is snaky magic, yes. That's just kind of a constant.
Oh, boy.
The
So
fog
is the
pretty
girls' room the same way?
We should wait. That's the girls' room. I cannot go in there.
You stay out there.
Oh, okay.
Don't think there's any girls here.
It doesn't
yes, but
matter.
it's the girls' room.
You don't belong in here.
This room is much cleaner. It's as pristine as everything downstairs.
Do you hear any music in there?
You hear no music.
No, I don't hear any music in here.
And you, Solir, you specifically notice the lack of cobwebs.
Okay.
Is this a normal state of being for these two rooms?
I mean, how often do you check the rooms where nobody lives?
Well, I mean, you said I had people stay over.
Occasionally, yeah.
Or do I just send them upstairs and ignore them?
You pretend to be an innkeeper, you take their money and send them upstairs, yes.
Okay.
Do I see fog coming from the girls' room?
You do not.
I think it's mostly concentrated in the boys' room. I think my bed specifically. I don't know why. Perhaps
You can't.
Staring at it.
wait. Perhaps this is a sign. Perhaps I should approach if it's my bed.
Have at
Just
it.
like the music.
perhaps
that
you
I've seen
should.
Once.
Perhaps.
I think you're onto something, Goris.
All right. Well, if no one thinks this is a bad idea, then I will go forward.
Everybody thought that was a bad idea. Nobody said
course.
anything.
Which bed was it?
It's the
Uh,
second
this one.
right on the top.
Not as bad an idea as opening a chest in a crypt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goris has a flask of oil in one hand and his other hand extended with like his fingers in a weird arcane pattern.
He's a natural vampire
Do
hunter.
not set fire to anything.
Well, really,
I-
you can't stop us from doing that.
I can promise to try.
I swear to God, if you set fire to one thing,
As you approach, the bed makes a high-pitched creaking sound.
I try to use Mage Hand to tip over the bed onto its side.
I don't think that it
It
do
is
that.
unfortunately nowhere
I
near
have
strong enough.
I have a pretty strong Mage Hand because I took
Oh, yeah.
telekinetic. I can push creatures around and stuff with it.
Okay, how strong is it?
I can try to telekinetically shove one creature I can see within 30 feet. It must make a strength save versus my spellcasting modifier, or spellcasting DC, or be moved 5 feet. So I don't know if you would rule that I could use that against an object.
Okay.
But
Yes, you push it. Unfortunately, beds are like the worst shape possible to be pushed onto their side.
Fair.
But it begins twisting and warping. The wood of the frame begins to meld into the fabric of the mattress itself. The straw of the mattress begins to poke out of bits of the wood, and it sort of rears itself up into kind of a pillar, and you shove that and it falls over.
I yeet oil at it.
Do
Oil
not
at it.
start a fire in here.
Just
You
a
hit-
thread. It's just a thread. It's covered in oil. The fire will be better if it does.
I pull him back.
The pillar
I'm-
begins. The pillar begins to move, and a split occurs in the middle of it, and it pulls to the side and forms kind of an arch. And you see at the base of the arch is a hole in the floor, about 6 feet wide. You see blackness down below. The fog is pouring from that hole, pouring up and over the lip, across the floor between your legs out the door.
Does the bed look like it's something that's living, or did it just change shape
It
into
do be
another?
pulsating.
Oh, good.
Bits of
The
straw
hell it.
kind of poke out and then are sucked back in and poke out in different places. The pillow falls to the floor. It looks like a regular pillow.
I reach out to it with my telepathic speech.
You hear static.
Solaire's going to go back downstairs and see if this hole comes down into the
Okay.
kitchen,
You
maybe.
you go downstairs. You stand underneath the location where it would be, and you see perfectly ordinary ceiling up above.
I ask it if it
Okay.
can hear the music in Elvish.
There's no response.
Okay. End the speech.
Do I step back away from that?
Well, Solaire's going to come up and let everybody know that that hole doesn't make it downstairs.
I swear this is a sign. It's for me. It was under my bed.
Boy, step back.
Oh, wait.
The Goris is fixated, staring at the hole under the bed.
I'm going to pull him away from it.
Antonin, does he have an off switch?
The Goris he doesn't resist you pulling him back, so he does not move of his own will.
Better just to let him
Pull him
figure
back
it
further?
out. I tend to be in
Oh,
support.
okay.
I'm sorry that the arch looks just a little sus. You cast inflict wounds on the what? On the arch.
On the arch, yes.
All right, and that deals necrotic damage. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, what does it look like when you cast inflict wounds?
God. I for some reason, I know that you ask what things look like, and I never think about it first.
So it's a touch-based attack where you're channeling negative energy
Oh, I have
into
to run up
someone
to
to open up wounds in their flesh. What does it look like?
Oh God, can it just split open all over the place with like straw? It has straw inside it. You said.
It does have, yes, we'll say that. Okay. Yeah, you open hand slap it in a way that would be extremely painful to an orphan.
Can I like backhand it?
You can do that, yes.
Okay.
And a rift of necrotic energy opens up in the structure of it, and wood pulp begins to dribble out. There's a burping sound coming from the hole, and fog begins to emanate from it that even you can see now, Wrath.
Back.
It's a bluish, purplish, shimmering thing like an oil slick. Iridescent.
That it didn't waver. It's just still standing there.
No, you just caused some structural damage is all.
Do any of you know what the hell that is?
It's a sign. It's for me.
It's your house. Don't you know what it is?
I've never seen that there before. I didn't put it there.
Can everybody who
You always told us that
isn't
you know everything.
everyone who isn't Wrath give me an intelligence saving throw, please?
As expected.
No, I don't want to add proficiency. I just want to make a save.
Goras, you have the sneaking suspicion that Wrath is just elaborately trolling you all. That he created this as a display of how much control he still has over you. That all the villagers are in on it
Did I pull this kind of shit when they were orphans?
all the time. Not in this exact form, but you know.
Wrath, are you trying to validate me? Show me that I am chosen by something, that this is a sign?
He really does love you.
Yeah, sure, Goras. It's all. You're the chosen one. Do you want to jump in a hole?
He said that to you a lot when you were a kid.
Wait,
Damn it, boy! You want to jump in a hole?
well, if you're the one who set this up, then yes, of course.
I did not set this up.
Why does everything with you guys
Did you
involve
just
us
run past
jumping
me?
down into
Yes,
something?
exactly what someone who set this up would say.
God, boy.
I promise you that
Wrath looking a little sus right now.
you're not going to be carried away by spiders this time.
I'm gonna do something weird. I'm gonna reach out to it with telepathic speech. To the hole.
Right.
The,
To the
foggy.
hole. All right. You hear a trio of arguing voices that are all distorted by something. They're snapping at each other, and it sounds as though they're arguing as to whose turn it is to do some chore. One of them suddenly seems to recognize your presence and yells a thunderous "Go away" at you.
Wrath, is this where you're keeping the orphans? They told me to go away. It's telling me to go away. They don't want me in there. They're talking about chores.
There's orphans in there.
There's someone
didn't
in
put-
there.
I didn't put no orphans in a hole.
It sounded pretty old for orphans, but
I seem to remember you putting us in a hole on more than one occasion.
Don't backtalk me, boy. Goddamn. If you were in a hole, you deserved it. Now shut up before I put you in the hole. Is there just a box in the yard he calls the hole and he sticks bad orphans in?
There's no. Your back hurt too much when you tried to dig an actual hole.
It's easier to just put them. They don't know the difference. They're orphans.
That's part of the reason you have an entire room for it now. Recreation and discipline are pretty much the same thing.
do you think this one is full of spiders?
Do you think it's full of spiders?
I don't know, but it talked to me.
Did the spiders talk to you?
Sometimes I can talk to them.
Spiders or not.
How close is he standing to the hole right now?
He's about 5 feet away.
This can't possibly go well.
Are you taking a running start, Wrath?
Drop kick him into the hole.
Do we let him jump in the hole and see what happens?
Well, that's what we did with Antonin. That seemed to work out okay.
Do you think we're going to go in here then?
Well, we could tell him to jump in the hole, and if he dies immediately, then
Do,
we
do,
don't.
do you really think? Do you really think Goras won't go in the hole?
That sounds like plausible deniability to me. We could just stand here, and
Yeah,
if he goes in
yes.
the hole, it's not our fault.
So I think there's some debate about whether you should go in that void there, but I say we just head in.
You say we just what?
Just head in.
He wants you to go into the hole.
I can't understand you through your accent.
Just head right in.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, I mean, it's got to be safe, right? Wrath put it here for me to validate me. I figured out the puzzle.
Oh, did he?
You got it, buddy.
Not
He
good
made
at-
it easy for me to figure it out so that I would feel like a genius for seeing through the prank.
You saw through that too. You
I look at
certifiable
Wrath. Is this the case?
just let him jump in the hole. It's the only way to see what'll happen.
Wrath. I don't appreciate lying to Goras. He is a little bit simple on those things.
While Goris has his back turned, or while Antonin has his back turned and is talking to Wrath, Goris jumps in the hole.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. I won't lie to him then. Hey, I didn't put that here. Oh, he's gone.
oh. What is it like over there?
All right. Can I pull just one player over? How does that work?
You can.
So
Oh,
right
boy.
click their name and just click delete player.
I think it's
Delete
through the
system
player list at
32.
the bottom. Like
Okay.
once you're on that scene, you can pull a player there or something.
I hate that they just install so much bloatware when they give you a machine.
Like System 32.
Yes.
All right. I pulled you in. Nothing's happening.
Now it's loading. Give it a sec.
Okay.
I am in.
All right. Well, you wake up with a start. You're sitting on a grave covered in loose earth. You look around you see all these other graves, and you see your companions lying on their backs with their eyes closed and their hands just kind of folded on their chests.
Whoa! It was all a dream. This is crazy. Wrath, how did you set this up? I run over to Wrath.
Wrath is unconscious.
I reach out with telepathic speech.
Do we hear any of this through
Wrath,
the hole?
Wrath, you suddenly hear screaming. And then you hear discordant music that follows no melody whatsoever. And hands smash through your windows, grab you by the throat, and begin throttling you until you fall unconscious.
Oh.
I could
Hello, Wrath. Hello. Testing 1 2.
You wake up, and Goras is standing over you and yelling at you, saying, "Think, Wrath."
Damn it, boy,
Thank
shut
you.
up. Can I see anything?
You can. You see darkness all around you.
It doesn't count as seeing.
If you have eyes, it counts as seeing. You see graves illuminated by candlelight near this stone wall back here.
Wrath, this is crazy. How did you set this up?
Actually, let me edit these walls, because that shouldn't be blocking line of sight. That is a good question, though, Wrath. How on earth did you manage all this?
Boy, I had nothing to do with this. What the hell did you do?
That's exactly what you would say if you were trying to. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, life is crazy like that. How did you get us here?
I thought you would know because you set it up.
Did you jump through the hole?
Yes, of course. That's how I got here.
Did we jump through the hole?
No, you just woke up when I started talking to you.
Then how the hell did we get here?
You were here when I got here.
We were in the bedroom.
No, you were here. I
Ugh.
saw you.
So I don't see anyone else around me, right?
You see the other people on their graves. If you won't be able
There's
to
just
see all you.
blackness around me.
Antonin, I reach out with
It would
telepathic
be dark.
speech.
I want to cast light on my shield.
Okay, you can do that. Yeah, 1 second. Just let me
Yeah.
adjust the boundaries here. Boundaries are important.
The boundaries of Foundry.
Yeah.
But yeah, while you do that, I'm essentially just shouting to Antonin. Antonin, Wrath and I are having an argument. I need you to back me up here. You guys were here the whole time, right?
All right, Antonin, you
yes.
see.
Antonin was here the whole time. Eric just disconnected and reconnected.
Okay,
for
what was the
a
last thing
little
you
while.
heard? might have some recap we need to do.
There was something about Wrath getting strangled.
Yes. Okay. So
something.
nothing much has happened since then. So you just saw Wrath have a heart attack and fall down. Like he just kind of
Oh,
dropped.
thank goodness.
Why is heart attack taking
It's
so long?
about time.
Jesus.
And you're just kind of sitting there chuckling to yourself. And then suddenly hands are reaching up from the floor, grabbing your ankles, and just shredding your flesh and bones to matchsticks as they pull you through cracks in the floorboards.
Oh no. Can I Misty Step through the portal instead?
No.
No. Okay.
Nope.
Cool.
It just kind of happens in like 2 seconds.
I love those. Dope.
Then you wake up and you're lying on your back in a grave. Well, on top of a grave, I suppose.
Oh.
That has been recently filled.
So I just saw
So a Thursday.
something reach up out of the floor and grab him.
No, you just saw him fall down to the ground after laughing at Wrath for falling down to the ground.
I'm going to assume there's some sort of toxic gas or something coming out of that
You
hole,
do see
and I'm
literal
going to go.
fog coming out of the hole and wafting over them.
Yeah, I'm going back downstairs.
Okay. You go downstairs to
I'm
the
out.
fog.
But Anton, you were with us the whole time, right? Wrath is still just pulling my leg here. You wouldn't lie to me, would you, Anton?
Sorry, now they're shouting upstairs. I would love chaotic environment.
Ooh, sight.
What?
My shield is freaking bright.
Yeah, Wrath's shield just suddenly turns on.
Yeah, what did Goras just ask me? I'm sorry, there was.
That is supposed to only be a 20-foot radius of light.
Okay, let me change that. Just 20 foot straight up.
No, 20 foot of dim light, or bright light for 20 feet, dim light for an additional 20.
Okay. The shield gets real bright for a second, then dims back down.
My eyes aren't adjusted. It's dark.
Splashed on there.
Beyond, there's a low wall here, maybe 5 feet high. On the other side of it is a very purple ocean that recedes back into the horizon. Back here on the other side of this wall to the south,
A dark ocean?
yes, a dark ocean. To the south here, you see the ground kind of breaks away as though you're on the edge of a cliff, and you just see what looks like a beautiful night sky with 2 moons down below. If you look up into the sky, you see only darkness.
Considering the rest of the environment here, I'd call it more of a stone ocean. Salir, you sleepyhead, get up.
So
What the hell did you bring
you're
up?
getting out, you're going down the stairs, and one of the stairs breaks underneath your foot. You try to pull your foot out, but there's something having caught it. You see a pair of eyes and some very, very large teeth have just clamped down and have broken the bone of your leg, but not really torn the flesh away, so you're just kind of stuck. It begins to chomp its way up your leg, and you end up getting pulled down like a kid getting pulled into an escalator. You wake up.
Okay. Yeah, almost made it out.
This happens when you don't just jump into the other's hole.
Yeah.
Slayer, we were here the whole time.
Huh. Y'all realize that your bodies are lying, like, looking dead upstairs outside of that portal?
My body is right here. I'm standing in front of you talking to you.
Yeah, and you're hearing the music, too.
Yeah, of course I am. Still can't believe none of you can.
No, we're not the chosen ones like you.
We're still not hearing any music, right? Like we did when we went through the thing briefly.
You specifically did. No one else did.
I really wish you could. It's beautiful.
So what is this place, Goras?
I don't know. This is where I woke up. You should ask Wrath. It's Wrath's prank that
I-
set this all up.
You brought us through here, boy.
I just woke everybody up.
Yes, I thought it was you, Wrath, that set this. You said you set this up. He should jump through.
Shut
Wrath
up.
wouldn't lie to us.
No, of course not. Pointedly. at
Okay. I'm going to head up towards this picket fence.
All right. You see a fence of sharpened stakes that, I mean, this wall is only about 5 feet high. It breaks away into a pine forest to the west that I don't have on the map right here.
Okay.
The fence here is taller than the walls are. And beyond the fence, you see a whole bunch of candles on the ground that I didn't light, did I?
Goras, what the hell is that over there?
Goras is busy picking up a stone and then going to skip it across the water. And you stop him and he's, what is what? Where?
On top of the wall, I can just walk around this fence.
Yep,
Yes.
seems to work.
It appears to be a coffin.
You see
Does.
a stone table of some kind that has a divot built into the top of it, and this wooden coffin is just settled neatly there. The coffin is sealed with chains and a padlock. It looks very
Does
well
it
taken
seem
care of.
like- Does it seem like it's tried to break open at all?
Does not look
Oh,
like anybody has tried to break it open.
Speaking
Not even
of
from the inside.
using our senses, is my fifth eye, aka Detect Magic, still up, or was that broken when I went through?
It broke when you went through.
Fair enough.
You think we can get Goras?
What are you looking for to see if someone tried to break in from the from the inside?
Well, see if there's like any outward bowing to it or
It looks in pristine
dis,
condition to you.
disjunction around the edges. Perfect condition. Okay. Well, I say somebody should touch it.
You touch it.
It's open. No,
Well, this is Wrath's house.
This is not.
it is Rat's house. He should do it.
Yes,
This is
part
Goras's
of Wrath's
hole.
house.
A very blue bird
Rat,
flits
this is
through
your house
the-
and you should do it.
flits through the light up above before passing into darkness again. It looks like it
I'm-
had only one eye.
You could see the bird's eye.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you notice things like that. It was
Pretty
a very
damn
big
bizarre.
eye, to
I
be
feel like I
fair.
should blast this bird.
If that
It's
bird
a-
has only one eye, it must have multiple third eyes.
Hmm.
That
Goras,
you know what? I can't
This-
dispute this.
this is your hole. You come touch this thing.
You know what?
Gareth
You're
is
right.
on the wrong
Wrath.
side of the fence.
I apologize for not playing along with your fun prank. I will remember. Yes, this is my hole, of course. Haha. For it's Goras Petro. Yes, I know what is going on.
He's the master of this world.
You need to touch this thing.
Of
I
course,
say-
it is my duty to touch this thing because it is very important for me to do so. I reach out and just lay my hand on top of the coffin.
Nothing happens.
I have broken the fifth seal. We need to break the other four.
Lock too. Break that.
I am not so good at breaking locks.
Oh, you were the chosen one.
Yes, the chosen one.
Are you sure we?
chosen by music, not by lockpicks?
Can you
Are you sure we want to let loose whatever's chained up here?
I'm over here. I'm fine.
Well, Wrath seems to think so, and I'm just playing along with Wrath's prank, and so it must be like
Ah,
cake inside or something.
It's not a prank anymore. This is your destiny, boy.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm playing along. Right.
Yeah, Destiny, sure, whatever. Yeah.
All right. That's
And Wrath is going to watch this from a safe distance. I see.
Yes. If he had popcorn,
Raz
I
is
think
a
he'd be eating it
coward.
now.
You know, I have to help Goras reach his destiny, so I'm going to try and open the lock.
All right, it's a very intricate lock. It looks like it's made of silvered steel, It has a lot of fancy little decorations on the outside, and it has a very delicate mechanism inside. Would you like to try to pick it?
Sure, sounds like a fun thing to do.
All right.
Where the hell do I get to that?
You can make me a dexterity roll with proficiency if you have proficiency in lockpicking tools.
Well, I've got thieves' tools. Do I just use that?
Yeah, you can use that.
Okay. Where the hell did that send it to? There we go.
It is a very delicate procedure, but you open the lock.
You have broken the third seal. There are only 2 that remain.
Are you supposed to open the other 2?
I think so. I placed my other hand on top of the coffin.
Goris, I think you may have forgotten the fourth seal.
Which seal?
The fourth one?
Yes, of course, the 4th seal.
So there should be 3 left right now.
Right. Of course, yes.
There's a very slight vibration as you touch it now.
I can feel it.
A good one or a bad one?
I don't know that Goras can tell the difference at this point.
I think I'm going
Is
to
there a
keep
pipe
the
around I
lock.
can check it with?
All right, you put the lock in your pocket. What was the question?
I asked if there's a pipe around that I can check that vibe with.
There's not.
You
Goras,
might be able to summon one.
Goras, get over here.
Oh,
Yes, of course, Wrath.
Just to the other side of the fence.
Yes, I'm right here. Oh, I see. Yes, right here.
Go get him, buddy.
watching this, I'm gonna
I think
pull
that's
out
the
my
nicest.
pack weapon, hoping it's a pipe, and whack the thing.
I think that's the nicest thing Wrath has ever said to me. I
Yes.
wipe
You got
away a
this,
tear
bud.
and walk back to the coffin.
You summon a padlock, much simpler than the one that was on it.
I attempt to
continue to
telekinesis. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I said continue to swing the padlock into the coffin.
There's a thunking
Whack.
sound as you hit the coffin with a padlock. Didn't expect I was going to say that today.
What the hell are you doing?
Are you
Vibe check.
Seems like it's a pretty good vibe, yeah.
Are you open?
Yeah,
They're trying to break more seals.
Yes, I reach out both my hands. I said, I will break all the remaining seals at once. And I attempt to lift the lid of the coffin with telekinesis.
Use a club. That's what you usually use on seals.
You open a little bit of the. You open a little bit of the coffin, and there's a sudden thwumph. That's the exact sound. Thwumph. You feel this.
Oh, no, that's a monster.
All the hairs all over your skin to twist up real painfully. It feels like someone just yanked every inch of your skin. And then the sensation goes away.
So it's a little bit open, you said?
It's a little bit open.
I'm gonna a little bit draw both swords.
You do.
Oh, good idea. The swords could be used for leverage. You could stick them in right here and then... No?
Oh no. No.
Okay. I attempt to lift
Swords?
the lid further.
You open it up easily. It's not that heavy.
Can I prepare a spell?
Yes. What spell are you going to prepare?
I want to prepare a guiding bolt in case something is aggressive that pops out of there.
All right. Well, you open the coffin. There's nothing in it.
What kind of prank is this, Wrath? I don't understand.
Wrath, can you give me a perception roll, please? All right, you see these three creatures as they walk up to you casually across the graveyard. They're I don't know, looks like someone took raincoats and just kind of slapped a gas mask on them. Gas masks do exist in this world. The enemy nation uses them when they throw gas at you. Each of them has these three little stones just kind of hovering behind their head. There's one big ol' crab claw looking thing just kind of poking out of their out of the hole in their self. There's 3 big old bug eyes on the masks. They stare at you with the snaky looking eyes.
Boys? Who are they?
I turn around, still because I was still facing the coffin.
Solaire's going to look up at Wrath.
Looks like we may have visitors.
They have external third eyes. Very interesting.
Is he jealous?
A little bit.
We're gonna break for a couple minutes and then come back.
Do we still have that prepared, or is it gone?
I think you will still have it prepared. I don't know how long you're allowed to prepare a spell for.
I don't know how that works when you're not in combat.
I think
Yeah.
it's just 1 round, right?
I think, yeah, it's tricky because there are no rules officially for preparing things out of combat.
Right.
Alright, I'll just use the slot then.
Okay.
Or you can just let it fly at one of these jags.
Would you like to do that, Raph?
That does seem like something I would do, but no.
Okay.
Fire at the coffin. Make the coffin glow.
I cast the guiding missile into the coffin.
All right.
All
Be back in a couple minutes. Then.
See.
All right, see ya.
How have you done in this house? Wrathalicious. We got strange portals, cold, creepy cemetery, and a big black dog. Very big black dog. Okay. Very good boy. You don't care what Hypa says about you. You're a good boy.
Yeah, so even the stupid ginger candies, even when they're physically painful.
Oh, I know, I was nothing on.
What's wrong with this dog?
What's that?
What's wrong with this dog?
I see.
Do you not see what he's doing? I don't think so. They don't shake like that.
Are you okay? Let me think she's strange. After she fed
Hypa.
you away.
What are you doing? You cold? Come here. You wanna lay on this? Come here. Come on. Ah.
I am back. Yay.
I never left.
Mm.
I am, however, inordinately tired. Probably not contributing to my ability to roleplay.
Is understandable.
Yes. Or maybe I'm ordinately tired, but don't know what the ordinance is.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just spent a weekend with my parents and a chunk of extended family, which is just a whole lot. I love them very much, all of them. But
That's a whole lot of
It's-
fam, though.
it's an exhausting family. I mean, you know Jordan's family.
Yes.
It's a lot of family.
Mm-hmm. Let's go see.
Nope. Go lay down. You don't need to be here with me. Go lay down. Good boys.
I really hope I'm
Oh,
actually
doodle.
streaming audio.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Hyper. You're a good boy.
Maybe I should play Grim Dawn. That'll make my brain be better, right? Not
Will it,
worse.
though?
What?
I don't know. I saw a post about
Good
a
boys. I
really
forgot.
hope I'm
Oh,
actually
doodle.
or a what's it called?
Okay, it doesn't mean I remembered steps. All right.
I am returned.
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah.
Jordan's back.
Hello, Hyper.
No,
He's a
I
good
am
boy.
Goris Petro.
Are you right? Maybe I should play Grim Dawn. That'll make my brain be better, right?
I am
Not
Will,
worse.
though. Hearing. What am I hearing? Oh, probably.
I'm
The
back.
live stream. There we go. All right. I think everyone is back. Then we will reconvene. 3 spooky boys had appeared and are standing menacingly behind Wrath. Goras just pulled open the lid of the coffin and revealed nothing inside.
Okay.
Goras, what did you do, and who are these people?
We could ask you the same question, says the one on the right. What are you doing here? We called for one person, and he was late.
Ask him. He's the chosen one.
Wow, you got actors for this, Wrath?
Looks over at Goras. Well, he's the chosen one. What are you talking about?
How do you have your third eyes external?
Silence, creature. He will
Oh,
speak
yes,
when
sorry.
spoken to.
Of course.
Is he not the one you were looking for?
The one we were looking for is not here. He is late. Who are you and why are you here in his stead? The gate should not have been open to any but him.
Who are you expecting?
Silence, creature.
You can't ask me questions and then tell me to be silent.
You will answer my questions and you will elsewise be silent.
Make no goddamn sense.
The other two shuffle forward.
I'm technically silent if I use telepathic speech.
That is
So I
true.
reach out to this one here. So, well, it was under my bed, and I figured I'm the chosen one. So,
Under your bed.
yes.
That is a strange coincidence. You are a pest. You understand that, right? You understand that we know what you are. We simply will not engage with you at this time.
I don't understand very much. No, sorry.
Very well. Please do not step into any holes where you're not wanted in the future. You will be summoned when you are desired.
You don't let people through the hole if you don't want them there.
You didn't hear that. They were talking telepathically.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
The other
are
two
you the
follow you.
are you the orphans I heard through the hole?
We are orphans, yes.
I see. Okay.
And it appears that you have let father out.
Yeah, Wrath told me to.
Get the hell away from me, you creepy
They
little
both
bastard.
swivel and stare directly at you, Wrath. Why did you tell him to let father out?
Who the hell is father?
The one you let out.
I didn't let anybody out of anything.
Perhaps a better question is how you managed
Wait.
to let him out.
Did you say father? I thought you were orphans.
Yes.
Ha.
I don't think you understand what that means.
We are orphans because
Condescending
our parents are
orphan
dead.
ghosts destroyed with facts and logic.
Then they just disappear.
You all wake up, campaign over.
They've been defeated.
Father is dead. He was supposed to stay that way.
Oh.
So he's alive now.
No, he is not anything. This was his lighthouse. We have been watching it for him.
This coffin's a lighthouse?
No, his coffin is where he was resting before you woke him up.
Well, there wasn't anything in there when we opened it, so...
You're very slow creatures. He is much faster than you.
Why were there so many seals on it if he was resting in there?
There was exactly one.
There were at least 5.
A lock openable only by a sacred key, which has been lost to time.
If he was dead, why did he need to be locked in there?
Well, who came along and put all those seals on it if it wasn't you?
The creature seems
I'm
lost for
pretty
words.
sure Solaire just opened it.
You just opened it. Where did you get the sacred key, Solaire?
What key? I don't have a key. I just picked the lock.
Can you roll persuasion, please?
Sure.
Looks at you for quite a long time, then turns away. Blech. This is all very stupid. This was supposed to be quite routine. This was supposed to be a smooth process of transition. And now, whatever this is, I don't know what are we doing here? It's only the one that's talking this whole time, the creepy conduit. The other two have walked toward you, have done stuff. They've not spoken. Well, one of you will have to take his place, I suppose. That's what we needed, the one we were calling for.
You were gonna take him, the invisible one, out of the coffin and put somebody else into it.
No, someone needs to watch over the lighthouse so the ships can come in again.
So no one needs to get in the coffin?
No one needs to get in the coffin, no. Don't be silly.
Well, he's the chosen one. Ask him.
No, he's not.
Like, I'll get in the coffin, I don't mind.
I do have a third eye, just like you.
Yep. You can go in the coffin if you wish.
Where is
Stop
this?
you.
What lighthouse?
Yes, well, it was the lighthouse. It's fallen into disrepair. If
This
you
one here's kind of a pain in the ass. He can sit in the coffin.
If you follow, we'll show you the remnants.
I think actually we might be able to get Wrath in there if all three of us work together.
Look at the coffin. There is no need for the coffin. It is not a special coffin. The lock was special, and the lock has been
but,
broken.
like,
There is no
it
need for
would
the
hold
coffin.
him in. There's a lock.
We don't need to do that.
I did.
I just want to stick
I did
that
not
coffin
break the lock.
I think we could probably just shove Wrath inside of there and then.
Solaire opened it. I think he is destined to be in the coffin.
If you
I could use
didn't-
my magic to shove him in there.
If you did not break the lock,
Oh,
why is
this
the
is a
lock
good
broken?
idea.
Oh, wait, did you say the coffin was not special anymore?
No, it never was.
Isn't it like a
Should we
good
burn it
vibe?
then?
No,
I can
why?
burn it.
Yes, we
Why
can
would you
set-
just burn it for no reason?
Yes, you can set fire to the coffin if it'll
No,
get it out of the
do
system.
not burn things on the lighthouse.
Okay,
Do not
I
burn things
won't.
on the lighthouse with
I'm
no
certain
one
we
to
can-
sit in the lighthouse.
There was nothing there. What did we set free?
Nothing you'll need to worry about. You'll never meet him.
Well, no, because there was nothing there.
Please follow, creatures.
Of course. I, Goris Petro, the chosen one, will follow.
God, is he gonna say that now?
He's been saying it all campaign.
He's a monster.
Chosen one.
They lead you to where these broken stone tiles cover the ground. Like, they're crumbled and cracked. They're tipped up and out of place. Sometimes they're broken away and you can see what looks like open sky underneath far below. This is the lighthouse. It was the lighthouse. It's not much of anything now. These 4 pillars held up a tremendous flame once upon a time that guided the ships in. There's not much trade anymore.
Hey, Gorath, you want to jump in another hole?
Please do not jump into the holes.
Yeah, they told me not
Or
to jump
do-
into any more.
If you do jump in the holes, perhaps our problems will be over with. At least you'll be out of our hair. They have no hair.
So where were the ships?
They came in over the sea. Not to here, but, well, over the sea. They would look to us and we would guide them home. Yes, the sea was once much bigger than this. The lighthouse once stood up. Now it's all broken down.
So
Yeah.
what stops the ships from hitting the shore now?
Nothing. That's what they do now. They all crash. They all think that they can make it, but they all crash.
Make it where?
Another place. A place that, well, I can't go.
So why are we following these guys? Who won't answer questions?
Salir, you broke the seal. You
I
claim
opened
not,
the lock.
You claim not to know how you did it, which perhaps simply means your mind is too small to comprehend it.
I told you exactly how I did it.
Would you mind sitting in that chair over there? Just for a moment. I want to see
No, I
what
don't
happens.
care to sit.
And
I don't care to sit in any chair, thank you, though.
As you wish. Wrath, you sit in this giant chair made of stone. Can you please make me a charisma saving throw?
Good.
Your flesh melts and forms a pool at the base of the chair, and your bones animate and begin screaming as they dance.
What the hell?
Caught on fire down the steps of the chair. You fall to the ground and turn to ash.
No, well, that was easy.
He was not the chosen one, clearly.
Oh, so that means I should
Good.
sit up there.
There's really
Chosen one, get over here.
There's
Boris
really no
did say he
chosen
was
one.
the chosen
I
one.
said that
Yes,
to be
I am.
ironic.
I am certainly the chosen one.
Brass, get out of the chair.
Wrath is a puddle. And you'll have to step over his puddle.
The puddle quickly evaporates. Alright, you sit on the chair. Can you please give me a charisma saving throw? Alright.
Uh-oh.
A cacophonous music suddenly fills the air all around. And the creatures begin writhing in place and letting out a sound like somebody torturing a pigeon.
It's beautiful.
Your skin immediately catches fire and your eyes melt out of your sockets. But you stay alive considerably longer than Wrath did. A kind of floaty octopus-looking thing appears above Goras's head and then settles down and latches onto his skull. And the flesh begins flowing back into his body. And he returns to perfectly normal, and the music stops.
Goras, are you okay?
Am I okay?
You're more or less okay, I suppose. That was not what I was expecting,
Interesting.
says the creature.
Well,
You,
he is the chosen one.
There are no chosen ones. Yet you sat on the
Where
chair
did-
perfectly fine.
Where did the old man go?
He is dead here. Wherever you came from, he'll be there, I suppose. Whatever part of him lived here is dead, though.
What part of him lived here?
Whatever part you saw of him here, I don't know how he looked to you. Well, in any event, you can go now. We'll call you back when we need you again.
Seemed very small here. I wonder if he'll be bigger when we get back, like I remembered him.
Perhaps he will. Are you larger where you come from?
I remember lots of things being larger. It's very strange.
Well, I suppose I don't know how you normally get back. We could try drowning you. Would you prefer that?
Are there any holes I can jump into?
Yeah, I suppose you could jump into one of the many holes in the lighthouse and be devoured by the cosmos. I cannot guarantee you will make your way back. You may be lost eternally.
Alright, time to suplex the two of us through a hole and into the sun.
That is how this campaign's gonna end.
Wait, when I got here, I woke up. Do you think if we just fell asleep, we would go back?
That's going to be easier than the other option I was considering.
Oh, you come from the place where you can sleep. I suppose that answers several questions.
Yeah, I did mention a bed earlier.
Yes, beds are used for many things.
Fair enough.
Then this will be considerably easier, they say. Their eyes just shine brilliantly bright for a fraction of a moment, and you all wake up back in the orphanage.
I'm going to reach down to my pouch and do I still have the lock?
You do.
Okay.
And the floor is completely sealed up, fine, closed. The arch is gone. The bed has been decayed tremendously by necrotic energies, though.
I knew there was a reason it was under my bed.
Are we all
The
awake?
reason
What's that?
Are we all awake?
You are all awake, yes.
We are all woke.
Blair, I think you were still there. Did we all just... It's to the weirdest dreams. It seems like maybe it might not have been one.
it wasn't. I still have the lock.
No, I thought this was the
Right.
dream. We fell back asleep again, and that was where we really are, right?
It's a dream, so then... So
So-
then...
Were none of you the chosen one?
I'm the chosen
No,
one, of
just
course.
You were not the chosen one.
No, Goros was the chosen one.
No, they didn't seem to want you.
Well, they
I
didn't
don't
know that I
know.
could. They didn't know I could sit on the chair, and I did sit on the chair, and I was fine. So they said, "Well, of
And then
course,
an
I'm the chosen
octopus.
one."
Then an octopus sat on his head.
You saw it? Did you hear the music?
No.
Oh, it was beautiful.
You all are insane. Now look under the bed.
You see no hole.
Don't care, didn't ask. Anyway, you melted.
Yeah, how long did it take you to melt? Melted
I
way
didn't
faster
sit on
than you
it
did.
because I'm not stupid. I'm
Does
not
Wrath-
the chosen one, and I know that.
Does Wrath look any bigger?
Wrath looks exactly the same size.
Wrath, what part of you died? I'm trying to figure out what part of you died over there. They said a part of you died.
I didn't die. What the hell are they talking about? They don't know anything.
Decency.
Joke's on you. I never had any.
That was.
Shut up.
Huh.
Are there any more places we need to worry about here, Wrath?
Ask Goras. It was his hole.
Yes, but it was your log.
I didn't have anything to do with that log.
There's a whole.
And I think it
there's
was
a whole-
I think it was your herrings and your onion. Oh, and your staircase tried to eat me.
Yeah, this place has gone to crap. It's not my fault. Is there anything amiss in this room?
There does not seem to be no. You
Well,
go down
since
the
Wrath headed
Fish
down
still
the
acting up.
stairs, Solaire's going to go over and check the chests and such to see if there's anything interesting in there that the orphans left behind.
You see very drab clothes of a few different sizes. Nothing special. The
Alrighty.
the fish are not acting up, Wrath. There are some very burnt fish stuck to the bottom of a pot that now has no water in it.
Is the stove on?
It is no longer on.
Said as if you could just turn the stove on.
The stove is no longer burning, I should say. The fireplace is, though, upstairs.
Is there still an onion splatted?
There is still an onion splatted. It's very brown and gooey and smelly.
What a
Like
shame.
it's been there for a while.
I'm going to stick my head outside the door and take a look and see how much time it looks like has passed.
Okay. Looks like a couple hours have passed.
Okay.
Is that consistent with the amount of time we spent there?
No, you were there for like 10 minutes, maybe.
Dogs, come on.
Actually, I guess it would have been
Stop.
maybe half an hour. It took a little bit. It took a little bit longer to get the lock open.
Okay, there you go.
Is the goat acting up?
No, the two dogs.
Uh,
They're over. The goat's outside. The two dogs are competing for my attention, entangling themselves up in the wire for the headphones.
What do I see in here?
Oh, wait a second. Where are you? You see your personal gin barrel. That's the big one. And you see the various other supplies that you keep in here, which are just different kinds of food, mostly
The orphans'
salted.
gin barrels.
The orphans' gin barrels.
Oh yeah,
No, they lost gin privileges a
they're
long
stick-
time ago.
Sometimes you just need to get an orphan to go to sleep, God damn it.
they just get grog.
The village like really hates you that you force them to particularly distill them gin instead of just drinking vodka like a civilized person. There aren't any juniper trees for miles upon miles, and they're expensive, but you have a contract that demands that they do certain things for you, so... And this is, of course, your bedroom with your luxurious bed, with your... You have a cow skin on the floor so that you don't get your little feetsies cold when you get out of bed on a cold morning. You have your big ol' desk with all your little drawers that you keep locked with all of your little things, whatever you keep in there. It's a nice little place.
Nothing seems amiss in here.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing under the bed.
Nothing under the bed. The fire is roaring in the fireplace. It looks like someone just set the fire not too long ago. They must have snuck in here and done some chores while you were out cold. They didn't bother cleaning up the onion, though. Or doing the dishes.
You can't get good help these days. Glaras, I want you to figure out what the hell you did up there.
Which part?
You know, the opening a hole to the underworld.
I didn't open anything. I thought that was you.
Was the thought?
You're the chosen one. You must
Yes.
have done something.
No, I didn't do anything. I wasn't. I'm not the chooser. I'm the chosen.
Well, I didn't choose you. Nobody chose you. Orphan joke.
I
That
feel like
was
that's
bad.
gotta be some psychic damage right there.
I feel like Goris was too stupid to even understand. Like, yeah, no one did choose me. It's really weird.
Oddly, nobody chose any of y'all.
That's why I left. Why the hell did we come back here again?
The log is back on the table. Wrath.
Boys,
The window is broken, but the log is on the table.
Yes, Wrath.
care to explain this?
Is there blood ice?
There is not.
Is that like blood gin?
You could ask Wrath.
Are there any remnants outside?
There are not.
Is the dead one still outside?
No.
I attempt to telepathically communicate with it.
The log does not have a brain.
Didn't you try that last time?
Yeah, but it was dead. We kind of squished it first. This time it's not squished. I didn't know if that would change things, but it's still dead. I think. I spoke to the bed, and it had static in my head. It was interrupting the music. It was very uncomfortable.
Try waking that thing up.
Man, Goris's speech is straight fire.
I was just thinking that.
What?
You kept rhyming.
Oh,
You had a bit of a flow going on, probably
Oh,
to
poet,
the
I
A
music.
bit
didn't-
of flow going on.
It's
Yeah.
probably to the music. Yeah.
Next time he starts, somebody start beatboxing.
I think that's Wrath's job. He doesn't do it, but it's his job.
No one wants to hear me try and do that.
I think the Rat's Dog does involve beating something. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's boxes.
Well, he keeps the orphans in a box.
I don't know about you, Eric, but we're all entirely too white for that.
If you put an orphan in a box and shake the
Makes
box, then you're not technically shaking the orphan, but you're beating them with the inside of the box. It's like the best of all of the worlds.
What's wrong with you, Taylor?
Although I will say that competitive beatboxing tends to be an insanely white type of event, so you may be wrong there.
I may be. I can't claim to have ever watched it.
Pretty amusing actually. And of course, snobs in the comment sections are
Of course.
unbelievably amusing because, you know, it's something I don't know a lot about, and they're like, "Oh, he's doing." This guy's so derivative, and I'm like, he sounds like a dubstep, but he's just one person. Anyway,
So
Anyway.
who wants to touch the stick?
is that like touching the butt?
You can touch the butt of the stick. You can touch the stick with your butt.
Well, I killed it
no.
last time. What were you saying, Soler?
No, I don't want to touch the stick with my butt.
You're not even in the same room. You don't get a vote.
No, but I hear you out there.
Okay, who votes for Solaire to touch the stick?
I say Wrath touches it.
You're an orphan. You only get half a vote.
I'm pretty
three
sure
of us.
that Boras is the chosen one.
Or somebody put the stick here to test you.
Am I chosen by a stick?
No,
We fought it
Who
before.
knows?
whoever chose you chose you to touch the
he-
stick.
Do you think there are arcane seals on it that need to be broken?
Probably. Better
There
touch it
could
both.
be.
I better fix that then. I place both hands on the log.
Nothing
And flex.
happens. You flex. It's
And
it's
flex.
impressive.
I have broken all the arcane seals on this log.
Anybody who has proficiency in Arcana can try to dispute that.
Does it still have an eye that's open?
It does not know.
I'm so used to having proficiency in Arcana, but I don't.
I have a
Does it-
minus
Neither
2.
do I.
Does it look like a normal log again? No
It
fur.
does, yes. Looks like a normal log.
All right,
This
somebody
is
take
becoming this is just a normal chair conversation.
take this thing outside and burn it. You always wanted to burn things.
Well, you've got a fire going upstairs,
Take
haven't you?
this thing outside and burn it. Stop arguing with me, boy.
Well, the window's still broken, so we could just.
The window is not broken.
Oh, it's not broken.
No.
I said it was.
If I said it was, I lied. I'm sorry.
Good job.
I thought I meant the exact opposite. I did mean the exact opposite, whatever I said.
Well, there, now it's open.
You yeet the log out the window.
Now go burn it.
Look at Wrath burning the only toy the orphans
I-
ever had.
I lean out the window and firebolt it.
You firebolt it and it burns.
Pew pew.
You really are the chosen one.
Of course I am. You needed that to prove it?
And maybe next time we tell you something, you won't be so hesitant.
I would never hesitate. I am Goras Petro. I don't
He
know
says
what you're
after a
talking
moment.
about. Perfect.
So,
Pretty solid.
so did we accomplish what we came here for, or did we just come here to come
I
here?
don't. We didn't find any kids, the orphans, right? That we sent here, or
No. Don't appear to be children anywhere, unless there's a dungeon here someplace.
I think you just.
Have we-
But I don't-
dungeon.
I have
have we
nothing to
checked
say
the
about it.
hole? The box outside the hole.
No, we have not checked the box outside.
The box has been replaced with the rec room, which is where you guys just were.
I see.
Hmm. I see.
The door used to just lead to a box.
There didn't used to be a door there.
They had to go through the windows.
Yeah, I don't remember what we did with the orphans last time.
You left them with the innkeeper.
Okay, they didn't come here then.
No, they didn't come here.
Why were we here then? I'm so confused.
Maybe that's what. Maybe that's what he was being so secretive about in that back room that he ducked into with the food and then came back out.
I think you solved it.
Maybe we should go back and talk to the innkeeper.
Yes, maybe he has a secret hole there as well that we need to go through and open the arcane seals.
Please don't ask the innkeeper about his holes. People think it's weird enough.
So you make your way back to the town. And for the record, in case anybody was thinking of asking, this other building over here is just the second floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
Good
I
to
can
know
see
that,
into the
though.
girls' room from here.
Don't look, God.
Weird.
Creep.
But also, what was the angle?
You guys get back to town.
You may not look at the ceiling of the girl's bedroom.
Are there people?
There are lots of people walking around
there-
now.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
It is. 1 second. It's about 8 a.m. by this point. You open the door and there's lots of people that I have not made tokens for sitting around. By lots of people, I mean 3 people.
Cool.
Just kind of sitting around the fire. They've got plates of cheese and bread on the plates. They've got
Of course, cheese and bread.
plates on their plates.
No.
They've got little mugs of very weak ale next to them and a little shot glass of vodka next to each of those.
Never too
Shot
early.
of vodka.
Yeah.
2 shots of vodka. There we go.
Start of the
3
workday.
people.
Roy looks freaked out.
My map
Yeah,
is
so Solaire's heading back to that room that he disappeared to into the back, and
Okay.
he's just going back there.
Just gonna waltz in.
The door is locked.
Alright.
And Roy looks at you funny, Solaire. He says, "What is going on?"
Open the door, or I'll open the door.
Yes.
We know your secrets.
What?
It's
What
true.
are you
He's the
talking
chosen.
about?
I am the chosen one. I know all secrets.
What is going on? Seriously.
You should listen to
This
Salir.
is not funny anymore.
It never was funny.
Yes, let us all go back. Yes. He points at the 3 people in front of the fire. He says, "No taking the onions. Seriously, Griggy. You are going to look me in the eye and you are going to say, 'Yes, Aloy, I will take none of your onions.'"
I will be watching them with my third eye, and I look over the 3 people by the fire. If any of you take the onions, I will know.
They're paying no attention whatsoever.
Good. They know their place.
Roy unlocks the door.
Where is Antonin?
I'm not sure, but my map hasn't loaded, but it
Oh.
says it has.
Try
I can
F5
refresh the
and-
page. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. I like navigated away and navigated too, but that won't re-download it. Now it works.
Okay. So the two kids are sitting at the table. They look extremely bored. They have random, like, peasant-y games in front of them. There's a pathetic-looking Jenga tower made of chicken bones. They give Wrath the side eye. They both look in somewhat better condition than they did last time you saw them. Says, Wrath, get in here and close the door. Says, no, what is going on? Where did everybody go? You have something to do with this, Wrath. I know you did. You can't deny it. You say these are your orphans. I'm starting to think they're just your goons. Are you trying to take over the town, Worm? You're not Worm, you're Wrath. Why did I call you Worm?
Did these children try to take the town while we were gone?
No, they're children.
What the hell are you accusing me of?
Wrath, where have you been?
We went over to the orphanage.
And back.
And you didn't bother checking on the children. This is your job, Wrath.
You said you were going to take care of them.
Wrath, you've been gone
It
for
really
3 days.
sounds like it's more on you, Wrath.
You just left for 3 days.
3 days.
Yes, I said I would take care of them in the short term, not forever.
You've
I
gone
have
as
a- I
nutty
have
as
a-
those other guys.
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry, I was talking over you.
And you've gone as crazy as these other guys. What the hell are you talking about?
But the morning you took my foods and left after stealing my bread, I know you stole my bread.
I didn't steal anything. Shut up.
There was no one in town. No one was coming in for breakfast. So I stepped out to figure out what was going on. I thought maybe Johan with his fried bread was back. But no, there was no one. No one answered their doors when I knocked. No one was in the town hall. No one was getting water. No, there was no one, Wrath.
Sounds like there's something wrong with your head, man.
But they're back now.
Perhaps the town is empty of people.
But they're back now.
When did they come back?
They, I don't know for sure. I went indoors and we just stayed here. I was very frightened. I simply took my axe and we sat in this back room. Tom and Sue, you saw it too, didn't you? And they both nod uneasily. Tom says, you didn't let us out. I'm not sure how we were supposed to know if there was anybody outside. You were acting crazy. And
This
Sue-
building doesn't have any windows in it. Why is that?
Yes, well, this is the back room. This is where we usually I'll hire this out for people to have parties and such when they want to have some kind of a social function and they can't afford the town hall.
Did the people come back yesterday or today?
Sometime around lunchtime they were banging at the door outside. I heard them, but I don't know. There could have been almost 8 hours or so in between then. I just don't know, and no one. I talked to the first few people who came through, and they just looked at me like I was insane. They said, "No, we woke up and we came and we had breakfast this morning with you as we always do. We went and did our work, and now we're here for more food. So get on your feet, you old man," is what they said to me. Even though I'm younger than most of them by at least half a decade. And I pretended everything was okay and didn't say anything more about it. But I'm scared, Wrath, and I feel like you have something to do with this.
Guys, can you go inside this guy's head and see if there's another hole in there?
That's not quite how it works. I just talked to him.
Yes,
Well,
talking, Wrath. It is communication between mature adults.
Oh, you're talking like a crazy person.
I feel like a crazy person, Wrath.
Maybe you are a crazy person.
Well, what are we going
Well-
to do now?
The only thing I'm certain of is that I am not the crazy person here.
No, you're the
No,
chosen
you are
one.
the chosen one.
Right, exactly. See?
What are you talking about? Chosen for what?
I don't know. We don't do the choosing.
Wrath, you're not on... You've not been eating strangely colored flowers again, have you? These are not your dealers. They're... You are aware you can say no. It is okay to say no, Wrath.
Wait, how do you know that? How do you know that about me? Excuse me?
I hold nothing against people who do business, but Wrath has to take care of children. He cannot be filling his head with drugs and spices all day if he's going to take care of children.
Are
It's
you
the spices that
accusing
really
me
get you.
of partaking in the wacky tobacco?
If that is what the kids are calling it, then yes.
I swear to God, boy.
Is Wrath a kid?
I have glaucoma, okay?
I have no idea what that is.
Neither do I.
Well, I wish I could give these children a better home, Wrath, but I cannot. No matter how much their parents, may they rest in peace. No matter how much their parents did for me, I do not have a home myself. All I have is this place.
Where the hell do you sleep?
Don't worry about it. I live a
we're not-
comfortable lifestyle, but I live a comfortable bachelor's lifestyle.
We're not entirely certain the orphanage is safe right now.
What do you mean?
The orphanage is perfectly fine.
No.
We just went there for about 15 minutes and ended up coming back 3 days later, so I don't know if that's true.
It seems pretty efficient to me.
How many flowers did you chew, Wrath?
Did
15 minutes.
we go forward 3 days or just him? It sounded like the rest of the villagers did not go forward 3 days.
I very slyly and casually asked what the day was and got some more looks of craziness and stupidity. But it does seem that everybody else believes it is the same day that I believe it is.
So there's something wrong with this inn.
I don't think so. The day you left, there was no one for the first half of the day. And then there were people. And then 2 more days have passed, and those days have been perfectly ordinary. As far as I understand it, from my point of view.
Yeah, I think if anywhere strange, it's the orphanage. So we can't send the kids there.
We could
I
take
think
them
it's
back.
just Wrath.
You know,
This could be the case too, yes.
if we happen to find any strange portals to the abyss, we can toss them in.
What?
This
What?
is not, this is, yeah.
Well, maybe one of them is the one that they were waiting for.
Hey, are you the chosen one?
I don't think so.
No, I'm the chosen one. What are you
Girl,
talking
you
about?
Did you just
Chosen
jump
one.
on the table?
Yes.
Oh, no, they weren't waiting for a chosen one. They were waiting for the one who was awaiting. You are clearly the chosen one, Goris.
Right.
Sue is not looking happy with you jumping on the table and then jumping and squatting down by the fireplace like a frog man.
I have that effect on people. I'm used to it.
Hey, is it Wednesday,
Let me check the
Mr.
calendar.
Frogman?
It is Thursday.
Just missed it.
Why?
Because you're a frog, you could shout it's Wednesday, my dudes, and then scream, and it would be great.
What the hell are you talking about?
He's the chosen one. Just leave him alone.
Yeah, it's just more chosen one stuff.
Wrath, I am making
So-
executive decision. It is not acceptable for you to take orphans anymore. You have been partaking of the hole to the abyss, as the kids are calling it. You have admitted it to my face.
Well,
Who the hell put you in
when is
charge?
what is today's date?
Today is he looks at his arm and there's a little calendar tattoo there next to the clock face. It is Thursday the 10th of April, 1:10 AH,
Okay.
about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Is it? Okay, because it was the 7th when we went to the orphanage.
Yes, that's his.
So perhaps we have been gone 3 days.
Well, no,
At
I
least he
think
thinks we have.
he's just been. He experienced 3 days. Nobody else did.
So did his watch.
Well, his watch is part of him.
Go out there. Ask anybody what day it is. See for yourself. You just stare at the door, Wrath.
Yeah, I'm not going out there.
So apparently we had one hell of a long rest. Somewhere.
Yes.
We need to take the children to the orphanage. That's where orphans belong.
I am calling town meeting, and we'll decide whether or not you can continue orphanage business in your present state. I do not think the circumstances are very favorable for you, Worm.
I don't appreciate basic accusations against... My God, George, what are you doing?
I'm sorry.
George is just eating a bag of chips at the microphone.
Understandable.
No, I was looking at what was in the fun spot bag.
Yeah.
That was sitting here on the table. I didn't even think about the noise that would make. I apologize.
Is okay. Well, we'll assume that Solir was digging into a bag of crisps that Roy had left on the table for the children. Bags of crisps.
Well, that's entirely
exist in this world.
possible. If he
it's a
hasn't
bag of
eaten in
dry
3
rice.
days, he's probably hungry.
Yes,
Are they actually sacks of crisps in this world?
they are burlap sacks of crisps, yes.
There we go. It's a very crunchy burlap sack.
They're just fairly thinly sliced potatoes fried in lard, sprinkled with prawn dust.
That's delicious. Well, I don't appreciate basic accusations against my character. If I've been partaking in any substances, it's for a perfectly legal and medically valid reason.
Yes, of course, and I have not been dealing in any such substances. I deny it all. Yep.
At the orphans, let's go.
Roy leaps onto the table, and he puts up his meaty fists, and he says, "You will not be taking the orphans today, Worm."
Orphans have been grabbed. We're leaving, and my name's not Worm.
Dang! Why do I keep calling you Worm? Your name is not Worm.
Perhaps it is just your opinion.
He is like a worm. This is true.
Usually worm, to be fair.
Yes.
You little worm is what I used to call him. And then he threatened to sue me, so I stopped. I do not know what suing is really, but it sounded dangerous. He is known to be a magic man.
Orphans, let's go.
They are not moving. Can I
Where
fight?
would we even take them, Wrath? The orphanage is dangerous.
When you have to physically restrain orphans and carry them off into the woods.
Going to bite your fingers off if you put a hand on me or my sister, says Tom.
Is it still dangerous? It was dangerous 3 days ago.
It's perfectly fine now. It's been perfectly fine for 3 days.
Are you just gonna stay at the orphanage and take care of them then, Wrath?
No, the cleaning lady will take care of them.
You do understand I have ears, says Roy. I will be testifying against you at your trial. The more things you say like this, the worse it will look for you.
I think we should just leave the kids with Roy. Oh God.
Are you
Where
choosing
are your-
blindness or deafness?
Deafness. Where are your ears now?
Right here.
No.
Roy, were you
they
just
are-
issuing threats against us?
They are ringing quite horribly, though. It is very uncomfortable. I am not
No, we
issuing
should-
threats against you. I do not really know exactly who you are. I know you say you are, but you could be anybody.
This man is threatening us, and I think he's a danger to the orphans. We
I
should
am threatening
No, I disagree.
the
Listen,
drug-addled abuser of orphans.
let's be reasonable here, please. Roy. Mr. Roy. Do you prefer Mr. Roy?
Call me whatever you will. What you will ever you will. Yes.
Mr. Roy. We
Yes.
saved these orphans from the cave we found them in, and we have their best interests in mind, I assure you. Wrath just comes across wrong and has a brittle old personality.
If we wanted
we
to kill the
apologize for
orphans,
that.
we would have left them in the cave with the spider.
Wrath is just very protective of his title as the orphan keeper and doesn't want you keeping orphans when he could be keeping the orphans.
We will
But
let the
I
people
think-
of the town decide this. Not you, not me.
I think it's best if they stay with you.
They will stay with me in the short term, but we will get this trial finished as soon as possible. Worm, not worm. You little worm, you rat. You will
Wait,
not
what trial?
we will have trial, which will determine whether Wrath gets custody over.
Does anybody have a way to shut him up?
We will. The townspeople will vote if.
Did
it
we
is
or did-
determined.
Who the hell gave the townspeople any say over the orphans that we rescued?
You can.
They're orphans, and
We have a town charter,
Nice.
sir.
all orphans
What's-
belong to the orphanarium, and I run the orphanarium.
What's the problem with leaving them with Mr. Roy? He seems very nice. He gave me
seems
sugar for my coffee.
I'll give you more sugar
And
if you
wanted
tell me
to
you
charge
can't.
you for it. After we gave him a
Yes,
lot
of course.
of money.
That's only reasonable, though. It costs money.
I am trying to run a business here. It is very difficult when I must also take care of orphans. Which I must do at this time.
Well, as far as I can tell from Rat's background, orphans is kind of a profitable business.
Mr. Roy.
Did I raise Roy by any chance?
You did not raise Roy.
Mr. Roy.
It would
Here,
explain why I didn't like you, though.
I pull out 10 gold pieces and I put them on the table. Said, I hope this helps cover the business expenses you have in taking care of these orphans in the short term.
Did you just buy children?
I am not
No,
giving you the
I am
children.
giving you the gold so that you can help take care of these children without it being a burden on your business.
If I accepted the money for you, which was not in exchange for services or goods rendered, I would be in no fit state to testify against Wrath. It would be seen as though I was accepting a bribe.
Make me a coffee, put sugar in it, and just say I overpaid.
I think it is best if you leave, all of you, please, but not leave town. If you just leave establishment, and
Yes.
you may use the guest house for as long as you wish, no charges.
I'll leave that gold there for you, though.
He says, "Tom, will you please sweep gold into a hallway?" Tom looks at him insolently, like, "How dare you ask me to do a chore when you're keeping me in this room?"
All right, well, if you won't accept it, then I'll take it, but
All right, he will not accept it.
okay, I'll take it back.
This is when you throw it into his body.
This is the chug way.
Yes.
I
Make him chug the coin.
push past Wrath, and I telekinesis the coins into his coin jar behind the counter.
Donk, 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 donk. You had better not be giving me money, magic man.
No, of course not.
Tonkity, tonkity,
I like
tonk
your-
goes the gold.
Funky words, Magic Man.
I don't have any restraining spells at all.
That surprises me.
You could have hold person.
I should. I suppose I haven't had orphans in a long time, so I haven't needed it in a while.
Tomorrow morning, though. So, there, are you remaining in the room?
No, I'm going to glare at him and then walk away.
Okay. After a few moments, he'll follow you out. He doesn't lock the door behind him this time.
Stop.
We should have locked him in there. I just say loudly to Solaire as we walk out. So, how long do you think you can hold orphans against their will in a small, dark room?
You would know,
As,
Raph.
as we pass by the people.
We all know about the pits and the crates.
know nothing.
It's called the hole.
There have been many, there have been many years of investigation, Raph. You are very lucky that you leave large sums of money in front of people's doors. Those people are all dead now, Wrath. They cannot help you anymore.
There's a
Wrath,
reason. I
Wrath,
think.
Wrath, you have never left money in front of anybody's house.
Raph,
I'm
what's
going to lean over the bar and inform him that if he testifies against Wrath, he will be in no fit state.
I
And then
will-
I'm going to turn around and leave.
If you
So,
if you
this-
assault me, I will break your elbows and knees like spaghetti kindling.
Out of curiosity,
Yeah.
this place is all made of wood, right?
Wrath, please leave my establishment and know that I am well insured.
Nice dry wood.
know that I
Won't help you when you're dead.
You know orphans like setting fire to things, right?
They do seem to enjoy that, yes. I have heard many stories. You seem to have A penchant for raising pyromaniacs.
I think it's
I've never really
it's-
heard of any other orphan master being so adapted as you.
oh, that's just orphans, and you've got two of them in that room there. You never know, a spontaneous fire might break out.
How did their parents die? Was it because their house burned down?
Oh,
Okay, guys, what's our problem with him? I don't understand.
he's kind of an asshole.
Perfectly fine.
So are all
I
of
was
we.
thinking ass hat, but you know,
So,
I mean, I don't even like Raz, but
That's the thing.
he's being an ass hat.
So I have learned something in my many years of smuggling very legal substances. That generally, if you want something, that it's best to be nice to the person that you know. Yeah. Why are we being so antagonistic? I feel like it serves us nothing.
that guy's a dick.
I-
Now, if you want to go set fire
No.
to that room down
Ref,
there, feel
you
free.
are a dick.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do we want from him? He has nothing.
He is our orphans. My orphans.
Well, that's your orphans. He has nothing of mine. He feeds me, you know, bread and onions, for
I
God's
just
sake.
want to make sure the orphans are safe. It's my duty as the chosen one.
It's a reasonable thing.
And you have fulfilled your duty. You gave him money to take care of this.
What a way to put a hole in this wall.
Like,
Quietly.
Yes, if you hit your head hard enough,
We asked you.
you should try it, old man.
you don't happen to have create
I want
hole,
to
do you?
watch.
Shape wall.
Pull out your portable hole.
Hmm.
There are so many better things you can do with a portable hole. Like drop
Oh.
500 tons of rocks on a dragon.
Wait, Goras created a hole in the floor before. Can you not just create a hole in this wall?
No. I am the chosen, not the chooser. I don't choose the hole where to put it.
He just puts himself in the hole. He doesn't choose the hole.
Yes, he's adept at that.
Can you burn a hole in this wall?
Could I or will I?
Could you?
Honestly, probably not. No, not without a lot of oil.
He says, holding a lot of oil in a bandolier across his chest. Well, we'll close there for today. We'll reconvene next week.
All right. Thank you.
If
very
either
much.
of you come up with a way to blast a
Yeah.
hole in this wall and get my orphans out of there, feel free.